Yo, what's up, guys? It's been a while, been too long. Work as usual getting in the way. Welcome to anybody that's new to the channel. Gonna be unboxing my new graphics card. I finally obtained every single item I need to build my personal rig. I've been running a laptop that I'm actually doing some benchmarking right now because once I build my system, I'm probably gonna break my poor old laptop down and repaste it and upgrade the RAM because it's been a little while. I've had it for almost 2 years now, but it's served me well. I've built so many PCs and sold them in that time without having my own desktop PC. I haven't had a desktop PC since I was like 18. Turn the sound down on that. But yeah, for my high school graduation present, my mom got me a Dell desktop that I remember my own personal specifications were it had to be able to burn CDs and play Age of Empires, which it did. And back then, I did not, I couldn't even tell you what the specs were on the system. But fast forward to I got back into PC gaming just a couple years ago, and I had to go with a laptop because my wife would not give me a dedicated space to set up an actual desktop anywhere. So I started out with a non-gaming laptop on the kitchen table, and man, we have come so far. Like I've gotten all this stuff just 1 week at a time, paycheck to paycheck or flip to flip. You know, I get all kinds of people, especially when I did the giveaway PC for Christmas last year. I get so many kids reaching out talking about, please, all I have is this and I don't have a computer. It's like, guys, I started from scratch just like anybody else, like find parts that, like will build up to making your own rig. Use hardware, stuff that people are giving away or throwing away. One man's trash, another man's treasure. But if I had to start from scratch again today, that's what I would definitely be checking out. Like a lot of times it's right place, right time. But like companies will upgrade all their units and they'll just throw away their old stuff. They usually just pull the drives from them and just toss them. I've gotten both my daughter's monitors that way. And then I've got a ton of future content. I'm just so busy with work. That's why I haven't posted in a while. But I've got 3 free computers just in the last couple of weeks that I'm going to slap some drives in and a decent graphics card and probably do a case swap and flip them for entry level budget builds. But anyway, that's how we started out. Just a little backstory to how we got here. Like I became obsessed immediately. The non-gaming laptop didn't do it. So I saved up and got this beast that I'm benchmarking in the background, which is a Zephyrus M16 ROG with a 3070 Ti and an i9 12th gen. And I'm trying to speed this up and not take too long telling this little backstory, but again, I've been saving parts for like 2 years now. Like almost 2 years ago, I bought my case because I eventually got kicked off the kitchen table. My wife wanted her kitchen back and gave me a designated area to see my kingdom that you see before you, to set it up. But yeah, I could not ask for a better system. I haven't had any problems out of it, knock on wood. I'm stressing the 2 year mark thing because at that point in time, Intel was still hot. Everybody still, liked Intel. They had not yet met their doom. And the 13th and 14th gen just came out and were basically burning everybody's shit up. And obviously, I wanted to stay on Intel, but I didn't want any part of the risky business of 13th and 14th gen. And I've already been rocking an i9 mobile chip in my laptop, 12th gen. So I knew it was a good chip. I knew it was capable of what I needed for, which is mostly YouTube content creation. I'm gonna do a little bit of editing once I, figure that out more. But that's why I went with the 12th gen i9. If anybody's wondering, whenever I start going over my parts, the reason I have the motherboard and CPU combo I have is the time period of when I bought it. Like, that's why I'm not rocking a X3D AMD chip. But anyway, that cat's out of the bag. 12th gen i9. I'm really kicking myself. Like, I got it on sale for 235 bucks on Prime Day or Black Friday, one of the two. But man, I really wish I would have sprung for the graphics. Like, that would just help with troubleshooting. It's just nice to have. God, I can't think. I'm like losing my words. I'm sorry, it's been a long day. It's Memorial Day weekend. I'm a butcher. Very busy time for us. That's why I'm probably the only person in the world that has a ROG Astral 5080 and has had it for like almost 2 weeks without opening it. But I was trying to save that, to do with you guys. Matter of fact, I'm going to save that last. I'm going to go over my parts real quick. If I don't hurry up, this video is going to take forever. But it's been forever since I posted, so I have a ton of stuff to go over. And man, my unscripted, bizarre videos, I don't even know where they're going to go. Because again, they're unscripted. I don't really come up with a game plan. I hit record and just let it all happen organically. But so you got the i9 12th gen. To pair with that, I got the ROG Strix Z790H gaming Wi-Fi motherboard. The Strix are just such nice motherboards. The H version is a little cheaper, so you don't have to spend $500 on a Strix motherboard. I'm not going to be doing a ton of overclocking and craziness like that, so this is ideal. I still have the aesthetic that I wanted without paying an absurd amount of money. I got this on sale for $229, which is usually, at the time, was usually 300 bucks. But man, really, really love this motherboard. Actually came with a little mini lanyard keychain that you better believe I'm rocking, because that's a $200 keychain the way I see it. But it's a sexy motherboard. And as you know, I've been rocking the ROG laptop. I've really grown fond of their products. They're pretty pricey, I know, but I mean, it's just that they make a good product. What can you do? That's just like the graphics card, the 5080. Like, if I was going to spend the ungodly amount of money I was going to spend either way, no matter what card you went with, it was going to be, above $1,000, nowhere close to the MSRP we were promised, as everyone knows. The Astral is like the most premium, most expensive one, outside of getting the crazy gold edition they've come up with. But it also has software that monitors the watts and the heat and stuff on your 12 volt high power connection. So that was like a big plus. You definitely want that, since I do not want to be one of the ones with the melted cable. But I did get a contact frame to go with my 12th gen. As far as I know, I haven't heard anybody having problems with 12th gen. They do run a little bit hot, but I mean, it's an i9. It's kind of the nature of the beast. But I did get the contact frame to kind of help with that. I mean, they're like $5 to $8, so why not? I originally was wanting to go with a 5090, but I am just not spending $3,400 on a, because again, I really wanted the Astral. Like, if I was going to spend the money, nothing else to do, I wanted the Astral, and it's going for like $3,400. So I ended up going with the 5080. That's more than enough card for me, honestly. But at the time when I was thinking I was getting a 5090, I went big on the PSU. And I don't regret that anyway, because it's got a 10-year warranty. This is going to be coming with me from rig to rig for the next 10 years, probably. Unless for some reason I upgrade or use this for a test bench or something. But I got the Lee Edge 1300 watt Platinum PSU. It's got this little lip on it that has all this extra USB connectors where you connect one USB to your motherboard, and then the rest of these will be technically, it just basically extends to give you, like, I think it's four additional USB connections. So that was one of the big pluses of it, and it's kind of intended for these dual chamber cases. Which behind me over here is the NZXT H9 Elite. I probably could have saved some money and went with the Flow. At the time, I was thinking about using the Duo fans it comes with. That's the only difference, I think, from what I understand. I'm actually not going with the fans that are in it. And that's the only thing that makes it an Elite. It comes with 3 of the NZXT Duo fans in the controller. But if I would have went with the Flow, it just came with, I think, one plain Jane NZXT fan. Probably could have saved myself a little money, but it also comes with a clear and a mesh option for the top. And the clear panel allows your AIO or your fans, whichever you choose to put up top. Basically, they look like they're just floating. I like the aesthetic of it. So that was the reason that I ended up going with that case over the Lee, since I basically went Lee everything else, as you're about to see. I went all out on the fan system with Lee. I got the reverse blade. These are going to be on the bottom, so nobody's going to see them over this giant graphics card. So I didn't get the LCD fans for these 3. That's going to be reverse blade. I'm going to get cool air coming in from the bottom and from the front, and then the top and the back is going to be my exhaust. And then I actually ended up, right after I bought all my fans, I found a guy selling 2 of the wireless Lee fans for $50, brand new in the package. I didn't even need them, but I went ahead and jumped on it because I was having a hard time getting all my fans for the exact configuration I needed with availability and just the price. That's basically buy one, get one free. So even though I didn't need them, I went ahead and grabbed them. You know, just, I couldn't pass that up. So I have 2 additional fans here that aren't going in my unit. I got another 3 reverse blade. These are going to be the ones that are going on the front that you will be able to see. So I did get the LCD screen on these 3. And for the top, I went with no LCD screen, again, because you're not going to, you know, unless you're looking up in there, you're not going to see those anyway. And I went with the 24-pin Lee streamer, but I'm not messing around with the 8-pin or whatever for the graphics card. I'm using the connector they suggest and not playing around with that power supply or cord going to the graphics card. And nothing would do but this AIO. I just got it a while back. Trikes came out with this first, but right now, as I'm filming this, Computex is going on, and there's, I think, Thermal Riot and a couple others have come out with similar AIOs that also have the wraparound screen like that. But man, as soon as I saw this, I fell in love with that screen. We'll be swapping these 3 fans out, of course, for the Lee. I don't know what I'm going to do. These are kind of pricey fans, but we now have, for future flips, we have these 3 fans and then the 3 NZXT Duos that are coming out of there we can add to our fan collection. And in case y'all are wondering, I'm pretty sure it's in the frame where y'all can see it. The height, I'm still working on. I was waiting on some fans to come in because I found some knockoff Infinity fans. 3-pack was 15 bucks from Dark Rock. That's all I was waiting on, so I can go ahead and, before I start building mine, I got to finish this height build, free up the workbench. I just, man, this video is going to be long, I know, but I have so much stuff. It's been so long since I posted. I kind of want to try to cover everything. And anybody that's here for the unboxing of the 5080, you might want to fast forward. Sorry I'm taking so long to get to that. I know that's the main event everybody's probably waiting for. And I think we're far enough in the video now I can reveal how much it cost. I know my wife doesn't watch my videos like from start to finish, but in case she asked, it was only 20 bucks for that graphics card. I got a really good deal on it. We'll say 25 bucks. You know, after tax and everything was done. 25 bucks sounds good. But in reality, I did pay $16.99.99 for it. So after tax, it was $19.50. A lot of money for a graphics card. Like I said, I've been getting stuff for my build for almost 2 years now. I was ready to get it done. The tariffs and all that was scaring me. Availability, I've been trying to buy the card since launch. So I've been trying to get my hands on this card for like 5 months. It's been ridiculous. Oh, I didn't actually go with this box here. I got for my boot drive, I got a 4th gen. That's all this board supports, by the way, is 4th gen. Even if it didn't, I'm really not mad at that. The 5th gen has so many problems staying cool. I don't want to have to worry about that. 7,100 megabytes read is plenty fast enough for me. Anything faster than that, you're really not even going to notice it. But I got a 4 terabyte Crucial for my boot drive. I've got 4 available slots on this board, and I've got 2 of the Samsung 990 Pros that are 2 terabyte I'm going to put in there. And then I've got another, I believe it was Kingston. We'll go ahead and unbox this, because I think it's probably in here. I've got stuff I haven't even unboxed yet, guys. I've been working so much that I've got packages coming in left and right, and no time to even check things out. And some stuff I try to save so I have some stuff to unbox on camera. This is actually CPU cleaners from Arctic. It was 8 bucks. I think they boiled down to 20 cents a piece. I know you can just use alcohol and a rag, microfiber rag or something, but for 8 bucks, I figured it'd be nice to have actual thermal compound cleaner on hand. What else we got here? Oh, we got a big box here. This ought to have some good stuff in it. This room, I've got to get everything under control, man. Like, once I get done with everything, got to do some organizing. We got to flip some stuff. This already small room is very much closing in on me. Yeah, this is my other drive. It was King Spec, I'm sorry. But it was on sale for 200 bucks. I think I spent a little under 300 or right at for the Crucial. But it's another 4 terabyte. And then I got the two terabyte Samsungs. So in total, I'll have 12 terabytes on my personal system. So whenever I figure the whole editing thing out, I'll have plenty of space. I did actually go ahead and test outside of the case before I put it in the case on the height build, and I used one of those Samsung 990 Pros. If anybody that watches my previous videos, I had problems with this exact drive on the Christmas giveaway computer. That kid's computer, for whatever reason, that drive was not showing up. I could not install Windows on it. I was trying to hook him up with a, 2 terabyte really fast drive, but I had to switch to a SATA SSD because for whatever reason it was not showing up. And those are the drives where I got 6 of them from that one shady guy on Facebook Marketplace. It just kept popping up with them. Every time he had 2 of them, and it was 2 terabytes, and they were Samsung 990 Pros. I don't know if he was jacking them from Best Buy or what, but I was really concerned about those not working. They also had the heatsink on them because I already bought 6 of them. But anyway, I got Windows installed. It worked fine. I don't know why it wouldn't install on that motherboard that I used for the Christmas giveaway. That was a brand new motherboard. So there's no reason why it shouldn't have showed up whenever I went to install Windows. But this is an adapter for VGA to HDMI. I've got 3 monitors now that are VGA only, and that's before my time. Like I said, I didn't get into PC gaming, or I didn't get reintroduced to it until 2 years ago, so I don't have anything VGA or any cords. So I got that just so I can even test those 3 monitors I've been sitting on. This is a screen cleaner. I don't know if you guys know, but you don't really want to use like isopropyl alcohol when you clean your screen because it can eat the anti-glare coating off of it. And you don't want to use tap water because it has impurities in it that can also mess with it. Distilled water is what you want to use, or in this case, this was like also like $8 or $10. So it's an actual screen cleaner. I have that peace of mind knowing my screen's not going to get damaged, because that's another grand finale we'll have after I open the 5080. I got my second monitor because my laptop acts as my second monitor now. I had to get another monitor to replace it because I can't go back to having 1 monitor. Once you've had 2, there's no turning back. This is, man, it's like Christmas. I got all these packages I'm opening. This is an assortment of 278 pieces of pegboard hooks and ornaments. Behind me here, I don't know if you guys can see it well, I got a pegboard that's actually going to mount to the desk with C-clamps, and it's actually perfect. It's 4 foot wide, which that was my intention all along when I built the desk. 4 foot of it being my actual gaming setup, and the other 4 foot being my workbench side. So this pegboard actually has a dual monitor mount bar in the middle of it. So I've got those 2, I think they're 24-inch monitors I'm going to put on there just to have one for testing whatever rig I'm working on. And I also would like to get a digital microscope and have a screen to hook that up to. But like, my vision is right here. It's hard to explain it, but once I get everything set up the way I want it, this should be a super, for me anyway, super efficient workstation where I can come in here and build a computer, have everything I need. If I'm tired, I don't want to finish a build or something, I can walk away from it and come back to it tomorrow. Whereas before, I was using the kitchen table and I had to listen to my wife all the time, like, get all this shit off my kitchen table, which is understandable. And also it leaves screws and parts and things I have laying around vulnerable, where I know nobody comes in here, whatever I'm working on is safe. Alright, I think I've drug this out long enough. Let's get to the real meat and potatoes. What everybody's really here for. It's kind of weird. I'm more nervous about this than I am excited. Just the whole, man, I hope I have all my ROPs are there and I don't have any melting connector problems or any of that nonsense. Oh, and here's my RAM for my personal unit. I went with the Dominator Platinum. I just love how this RAM looks. I mean, The new ones are a solid bar. This one kind of has like the dots. To me, it looks like an old school like stereo equalizer. But I went with 64 gigabytes of DDR5 at 6200 megahertz, and I believe it's a cache latency of 30 or 32, if I am correct. This is a nice little EVGA mouse that I don't know if I've had this for a minute. I don't know if I talked about it in another video, but it was on sale on Newegg for 15 bucks. I like to find cool little buys like this and just have them for whenever I flip a computer. Obviously, I'm not going to do it on like a $200-300 budget build, but I like to throw these little extras in as a surprise to buyers. Just kind of boost, a little incentive to get that 5-star rating. Paying them off for it, whatever you want to call it. We got a bunch of coupons for HelloFresh and Food Factor. But, let's see here. All right. Kind of nervous. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. This is for all the marbles right here. This is what we've been waiting on. Axel's pissed off right now because I have so much crap in here. He can't fit in the room right now. Also, this little table I'm on, I just bought when I went to Sam's the other day. I just wanted a little small 4-foot fold-out table where, because I'm against the wall, I can't really get the shots I want to get sometimes. So I got this just for unboxing like this and certain angles I want to get. Oh, I already ripped the box. I really want to keep this box intact. Yeah, this little table I thought would be ideal because I can use it whenever I want to be able to do a full walk around on something. And when I'm done with it, I can just fold it up and put it back up because this little room is getting smaller and smaller. Nice box. ROG has always like done a good job on their packaging. Like my laptop, the way they boxed it, whenever you opened the box, it kind of popped the laptop up to present it to you. It's just those little details, man. They're really cool. I actually I saw that on the Founders Edition cards, they're doing that recycled plain Jane cardboard. Like, kind of glad I didn't get one because I want to keep the box for like a display piece, and not much to display about a plain Jane cardboard box. I think this is just a little pack of extras I've seen online. I've seen other people unboxing, of course, so I kind of have an idea of what all we're getting in here, but man, they box this stuff up like really well. It's like 5 boxes inside a box. This is just a quick start guide, manual of how to use a fire extinguisher, probably for when your card bursts into flames. I don't know, man. I definitely always have a couple graphics cards on hand, so if I do have to go through the RMA thing, I know I have something to put in my system while I wait on my card to be returned. Oh, this is really cool. I was actually kind of excited about this. This is a little keycap. The fans actually spin on it, but it's a little keycap you can put on your keyboard. It looks like a little graphics card. I'm definitely going to be utilizing that. I think that is just so cool. Not like, $2,000. You should be throwing in some extras. But yeah, that's really neat. It's a nice little, just little extras like that, man, go a long way for me. This is the sag bracket that they include, which, I mean, honestly, this is pretty sad. Like, matter of fact, I think I have one right here. Yeah, I do. I think I paid like $3 for this. It's pretty much the same. Actually, the one that I got on AliExpress or wherever I got it for dirt cheap is way bulkier. It's like actual metal and heavier. This is plastic. And oh man, that's just, you know, they do such a good job on everything else, and then they let me down with this shitty little sad excuse for a. Wait till you see the card. That's the funny part. This is supposed to hold this mammoth card up. The one I got on AliExpress is $3, and it like dwarfs that one. Looks like we might have to put it to use. I don't think I'm going to be vertically mounting my GPU. I think I'm just going to go traditional. There's your high power connector. Definitely hope that doesn't burn up. I think this is like another some kind of Velcro thing. I thought it was going to be like another lanyard keychain thing like I got in my motherboard. But it's got a Velcro backing, so it was on something. Nice little ROG POG looking thing. Most of my viewers, if you're younger, have no idea what POGs are, but that's another story for another time. Look them up. They're interesting. We collected them when we were kids. They look like this. I believe this is a magnet. Pretty nice. And ROG ruler, so you can see if your dong got any bigger from spending all this money on this graphics card. Alright, so that's trying to keep all this stuff together somewhat here. I'm sorry guys, I know this video is dragging out. I'm just super tired and mixed with excitement and nervousness and anxious. Oh, and here it is. Man, this thing is, oh my God, that is freaking heavy. Wow. That little sag bracket has got its work cut out for it. I've never actually gotten to open a brand new graphics card like this. Man, this thing is a beast. It's such a sexy card though. And this one actually has 5 display port and HDMI ports where they normally have 4. I'm not connecting 5 monitors in my system, but it's just kind of cool. You have an additional, it's 2 HDMI and 3 display port. I've also never gotten to pull the peel on a graphics card. I've always done used and budget stuff. Man, this is what I needed for my morale. This thing is just, that's a nice freaking card. The Astral to me was like just one of the best looking cards out of all of them. I know this this strip right here is RGB, lights up. It's got a 4th fan on the back. Asus claims to give it 10% better performance or cooling. But that's basically the exact same cooler you're going to get on a 5090. The card's just smaller inside there. But that is, man, that's a nice card. Beautiful. But yeah, so it's coming together. I've still got a couple of items I'm waiting for. Like, I've got to hurry up and finish this height build now so I can start on my personal rig. The card actually came with Doom, the Dark Ages, and NVIDIA has it set up where they know when you try to install it, you have to have a 50 series card installed in your system, or else I tried to install it on my laptop because it expires like the 1st of June. And just so I didn't forget while I was thinking about it, I was going to go ahead and just install it on my laptop since I'm not yet building my system. And it straight up said you must have a 50 series card to install this game. Even though I entered the code and I own the game, NVIDIA is forcing me to make sure I have my 50 series card installed before they'll even let me install the game. I'm sure Louis Rossmann would have a heyday with that. Surprised I haven't heard him or NVIDIA, I mean not NVIDIA, Gamers Nexus talk about that. I don't know if that's on their radar yet, but that's kind of bullshit if you ask me. Like, I own the game, you know, I should be able to install it on whatever I damn well please. But that's another rant. There's a lot of people gunning for NVIDIA right now. So I don't know if that's going to make much difference in the grand scheme of things of what's already going down. What's catching on this right here? I'll mess with that off camera. I'm sorry this is taking so long, guys, but this is going to be my main monitor. This will be the last thing we're opening, and then I'll let you guys go. And I promise to start trying to get more content out quicker and less rambling, kind of all over the place. It's just like, man, this is like Christmas. There's so much going on. I'm just excited and overwhelmed and overworked. I actually had another guy quit on me. Found a better paying job. Can't really knock him for that, but he gave me a 2 days notice on Memorial Day weekend. So I have to hire 2 people now. I was already short 1 person, so working 60 hours a week doesn't give me much time for my side hobbies or hustles, whatever you want to call them. But anyway, this is gonna be my main screen here. And I spent a lot of money on it too, but this is very unlike me. Just so y'all know, I've never been the type to have the newest of the new. I've always been a generation behind, even on the console days. I always bought, when it was physical copies, I always went to game stores and bought used games. I've never had the latest and the greatest ever. As I just talked about, I'm working 60 hours a week, every week, without fail. Always coming in early, staying over. So I felt like I deserved it for me, you know. And I'm going to see a return on all this stuff anyway. Like, you know, this stuff will enable me to do a better job editing. You know, technically it's for the channel. But for the monitor, I went with the Samsung Odyssey G8 34-inch curved quantum OLED 4K. Man, this thing is freaking paper thin. Beautiful. Freaking, man. You know, the only thing that I'm going to leave y'all on this one last rant that irritates the piss out of me that I haven't heard anybody else talk about. This is a $1,000 monitor right here, right? I have no color options. Like this light gray color that doesn't really match my aesthetic is the only option. See, it has a RGB deal in the back there. That's pretty cool. But so I have no other option. I'm spending $1,000, and you don't like it, tough shit. That's the only color available. Yet that contact frame that I showed you guys that goes over your CPU, and then you put a CPU cooler on top of that, and after that you'll never see it again, ever, unless you're swapping CPUs. Like, not even a hint of it will be seen. It'll be entirely covered. They have so many color options for these, it's unreal. You can get red, black, white, gray. Like, what the hell? Like, who cares? Who is the one that's like, oh, we need to have different color options? You're never going to see it again. It could be purple, pink, I don't care. I'm never going to see it again once I install it for this $5 contact frame, but yet turn around and spend $1,000 on a monitor and I can't freaking have an option in the color. It's just the world we live in, I guess, huh? But yeah, I think I'm going to leave you guys on that one. Sorry, I know I apologize for this all the time, but you guys should just come to this channel. You know, you want to see more content. You can look forward to more unscripted, crazy ramblings of an obsessed computer nerd. But that's just what you get when you come here. But appreciate you guys for tuning in anyway. Peace. Axel said he loves y'all.